Okay, this video is going to show you how to make an abstract design using lines in different directions in the style of Stella, the artist that we looked at on the slides, who made those great big paintings and used lines and shapes and colors. So you're going to start with a vertical line. Vertical means it goes from top to bottom, up and down, straight up and down. So we're going to come to the middle of our paper. And it's okay if you have a rectangle paper. I have a square, but it'll still work. You're going to start at the top and draw down to the bottom. I'm drawing with a crayon because I want to paint later with watercolor paint. You could use a marker or you could use a pencil. Next, we're going to draw a horizontal line. Horizontal travels from left to right, side to side, like the horizon line in a landscape. So we're going to start at the left and travel over to the right, horizontal. And last, our diagonal lines. Diagonal means slanted. So you might start at the corner and travel down to the other corner. Now don't worry if you don't hit the middle of the paper with all of your lines, it's okay. Remember, this is abstract. Abstract art means you're focused on the elements of art, lines, shapes, color. So really what you add next is totally up to you. You can see that these two designs are completely different. So what I started to do was add lines in each section. So I took this little triangle space and I added two curved lines. I was thinking of Stella's paintings where it looked like a circle going around. Maybe I'll come and do the same thing in this section. You can repeat as you go around, or you can try different things. Maybe you want to add some more horizontal lines. Maybe you like the idea of diagonal lines the best. It's really up to you. Maybe you'll go back and add some vertical lines. So whatever you want your design to look like, that's the fun about abstract art. There really aren't any rules. Okay, now I am using crayons so that when I'm finished, I can paint with watercolor paint, and that will help keep the paint from running together. You could also use the resist technique that I hope you remember, which is where you can draw or color. You could color a space with your crayons, either color in a space, or maybe you want to add lines in a different direction. Now I am pressing down kind of hard. I am pressing hard with my crayon, and then I'm going to take the watercolor paint. So if I take a different color, maybe I'll use green. Don't forget to add lots of water. If I use my green paint and paint on top of the orange lines, are the orange lines getting covered up? No, they're popping through the paint, aren't they? Now I could paint on top of where I've colored in the whole space. Maybe there, here I'll try purple. Remember, the wax in the crayon is going to resist the water in the watercolor paint. So it kind of floats up to the top. It's not really sticking to the crayon. And that's really cool when it dries. You might be able to see it on the spider web example. It's really cool when it dries. It creates this really speckly kind of look. It only sticks to little places. So you could try that. Remember, you could also just paint with your watercolor paint. And I'm really liking these colors on this washable watercolor set. The colors are really bright. They're really pretty. You can just paint. You could also just color with crayon, or if you want to use marker, you could use marker to color in your design. Have fun making your abstract design with vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines.